Thank you. At the tone, you will be the second
caller in the conference. To mute or unmute your line during the call, please press *6 at any time.
This is Mark Lind with Aras Corporation, the Microsoft Enterprise Open Source Provider. In this session, we're going to look at the workflow that is part of the underlying Microsoft Aras Innovator solutions. And we'll start by taking a look at engineering change requests, which is a good example of a complicated business process here. Right now we're looking at some scorecards that are tracking engineering changes over time, but if we look at a specific engineering change request here, we can search in a summary screen, and of course now we're in a browser, but it doesn't look like a browser. We have enterprise application look and feel for user familiarity, so pull-down menus, toolbars, as well as search capabilities, summarize, and detail. So if we go and drill into an actual engineering change request, what we can see is we have a form here that is detailing all of the information related to a specific change that is going on in a workflow. So this has related information such as cost impact information that can be pulled from your ERP system, or entered specifically to the form, as well as relationships to the affected items. Any business object can be linked up to a workflow form, as well as any files in any file format. If we go and look at actual individuals who are participating in an engineering change process, someone will receive an email alert in their Outlook in-basket, or any other email system for that matter, and there will be a link and some summary information that takes them directly to the specific action that they have to conduct. Now, when they drill in, they have specific activities, whether they're required, and as they complete these, they will go through and conduct their activities. They can attach files. They can vote. They also have the ability to delegate to another individual, as well as have a single sign-off or a dual sign-off for regulated or compliance reasons. But you can configure the system to utilize either or, so you can have a single sign-off if that's all that's necessary. You also have the ability to look at the overall process that this workflow is being conducted. So what you have here is the ability to see the process, what stage the process is in, what the previous activities that have been conducted, who signed off, when they signed off, what their vote was, any comments that they had, so that you have full visibility and an audit trail. And now the flexibility of the workflow is really what differentiates the Aras system from other solutions that have workflow capabilities. Now I'm logged in as an administrator or a developer, and so I have access to the administration files. Aras is a roles-based user interface, so if I was not logged in as an administrator, I would not see these capabilities. But let's take a look at the workflow maps themselves. So I can look at, there's a lot of workflows in the system, but I'm going to look specifically here, run a search, and look specifically at the engineering change request. Now this is the actual definition of the business process, not just a diagram here, but this is the running system that we're looking at. And because of the nature of the workflow engine, we have capabilities for configuration that can remove the need for complex programming to update and adapt the system. Now I can configure this process such that at the technical review, There can be an expected duration that has reminder intervals with email notifications that are sent out to the responsible individual. You can also have a manager here so that after a timeout duration, an escalation can be conducted to the manager, which then that manager can either conduct the review themselves or delegate it to another individual. It can be refused and sent back in the process. So you have complex branching and looping capabilities here that other systems just have difficulty handling or require a lot of programming to actually customize. And I spoke about customization here. Really what sets Aras apart is the ability to do real-time customization. So let's say that this process here needs to have an additional review point here, which we can edit the actual live system in real time and say we're going to have a financial review and set up and configure the information here for the financial review, which is going to be running in parallel with the technical review step. And we can also set server events here as well as the notifications and assignments so that as this work is moved to the financial review, I can go to the ERP system and grab related information that's going to be necessary, say on margin or cost related metrics which are going to help determine the financial impact of a potential change. This is the type of real-time changes that the Aras system gives you. Now, the next time a workflow is kicked off, the next workflow will have this financial review in it, and every subsequent workflow from there on. The existing workflows that are in process will run their course, and you are basically able to adapt the system as needed on a real-time basis. So this process can be released for use to the production setting such that users are going to now have an additional step for financial review included in that process. And these workflow processes are inclusive of all of the functionality within the Aras solution. And you can configure workflows so that you are able to create all new workflows as well. You can start and have simple workflows. You can have more complicated workflows. You can link them into workflows from other systems. They are totally integratable based on the XML and SOAP web services. So with that, you should remember that the Aras system is Microsoft Enterprise Open Source and available at the Aras website, www.aras.com, that you can download the system, the complete enterprise production-ready system with access for unlimited users at any time, and there is no obligation and no cost. If you do need enterprise class support, professional services, or training, Aras is here for you, and you can learn more by checking the Aras University section of our website for upcoming discovery seminars and training sessions. With that, this has been Mark Lind for Aras Corporation. We'll see you later.